don't have the Dodd-Frank clawback regulations in place yet. Should there be a clawback policy in executive compensation plans?
Well, I think we're seeing that it's a best practice to have clawbacks, and it sounded like Mark had some thoughts on that as well, so I'll let him.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is a best practice to have a clawback policy. And I think, as I mentioned too, shareholders are forcing the issue anyway. And so I think, whether or not companies have a policy, they will have to deal with the issue. So I think it's better to be proactive and a best practice and go ahead and adopt that as soon as you can.
What would make an activist come after my company?
I'd say the first thing that would make an activist come after your company is the poor performance of the company. Unusual stock price activity, lagging peer performance, lagging market performance. I think that would be the first and foremost target for an activist, is somebody who's growing slower than the market generally. Then I think if you're a large conglomerate, you're at risk, because it's very easy to put together a white paper that says you should be broken up into a bunch of pieces and sold off in parts being worth more than the sum of the whole. And then I think if you're itty-bitty and tiny, an activist might come after you and say you should sell yourself because you'll be worth a lot more as part of a much larger organization. But I would say the first and most important of those is that you are not performing relative to your peers.